ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णा प्रेम प्रदायिने कृष्णाय कृष्णा चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। पञ्चतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकम्। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जन्माद्यस्य तोऽन्वयादितरतश्चार्थे भिज्यस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदायादिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः। तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। स्वस्ति अस्तु विश्वस्य खलः प्रसीदतां ध्यायन्तु भूतानि शिवं मिथो धिया। मनश्च भद्रं भजतादधोक्षजे आवेश्यतां नो मतिरप्यहेतुकी। Reading from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 29, verse number 36. So these are statements of the gopis to Krishna in response to his confusing words where he welcomed them. So in the previous sloka we read that they said that you should douse the fire of our heart by the nectar of your lips, otherwise we will burn ourselves in the fire of separation, and then we'll reach you. So there are, as I said earlier, that these descriptions in Bhāgavatam, they also follow the lakshanas or the definitions which are given in the Rasa-līlā, in the style, the shali, the process, how things are described. So there it is described that in separation there are different stages which are experienced by the Nayika, the heroine, and one of them is also death. This is called Dasam Bhava, 10th state. And there in the Mahabhava also it is described in Ujjal Nilmani. So there one thing which is mentioned is that the heroine, the Nayika, she desires that after dying the 5 tattvas of my body should reach the lover and do service to him. So water should go and merge into the lake where he can take bath. Earth part should go to the earth where he can walk. So that's the significance where it was said that Padvim Yame Padyo Padvim Sakhete, where Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur said that we'll reach the path. Padvim means the earth on which he will walk, and you can walk on our breasts. So this is depicting that mood of the Nayika. So the meaning is that in love there is so much, especially when we are talking about love here and bhakti, is the intense desire to do service. It is not material wish that you just want to be with the lover and enjoy, but to do service. And even after death they want to do service, not only while living, but even after they die they want that my bodily elements, they should be engaged in the service of my lover. So here that is Krishna. So means that devotee wants to do service in this life and next life. As Mahaprabhu also prayed that Janmani Janmanishware Bhavtat Bhakti Rahit Kitvai, that my only wish is that from birth to birth I only get bhakti, and bhakti means seva. Majjate savai dhatu sevayam prakirtita. So the heart of bhakti is seva, and that seva also seva anukulyena seva, because you can also do seva because you want to do it whether it is pleasing or not. Right? You bound to bow down, you touch feet, you do this, you feed, whether the person is hungry or not hungry. People try to do that also. So they think they are doing seva, but seva means, bhakti means anukul seva, anukulyena, anushilnam, anushilana seva. So this is very important. That's why one has to understand the psychology. Otherwise you can do seva as you go and you go to the office and do your work. But here doing service because you want to please the person, you want to satisfy, you want to see that person comforted. So then you have to have very good understanding of the person's mood, needs, requirements, and that also different conditions, different situations. So that's why it needs very intense awareness to do service. Otherwise, seva dharma param gahana yogi namapi agamni. Even the great yogis cannot understand how to do seva, because this seva has to be done in a pleasing manner. So what is being described here is that they want to do seva even after dying, because that is their very life. That's why they said that our chitta is with you. So yame katham brajam at karvame kim bhava. What are we going to do then? Because if the heart is not there, then everything looks a burden. If you have to do something in which your heart is not there, then it's very boring and burdensome. And you want to get rid of it as quickly as possible. Finish it off and then run, where you can feel normal as you are. So bhakti is not like that. Therefore bhakti, it is not possible to give up bhakti, because it is the natural thing. You do it from heart, so give up and then do what? Katham yama, how will I go and what will I do? So this is the heart of bhakti. It's doing service and doing with, so the absorption is natural absorption. It's not that you have to make any effort. And vairagya is also natural vairagya, janeti ashu vairagya. Because then your interest in everything else is lost. So here vairagya is not something which you have learned, that this, don't do this, eat one time, don't do that. That is not the vairagya here. Vairagya is outcome of seva. So that's a concomitant effect of doing bhakti. So that's the anudhvani, anudhvani. As you said that there are many dhvanis, vyanjana. So this is the vyanjana is also called dhvani, sound. It is the sound. Like you ring a bell and then afterwards it reverberates, that is called vyanjana. So when you ring it, that is the primary meaning. When you hear the first sound, that is the primary meaning. And then there is vibrations. That is the vyanjana coming now. Like Buddhist people have that gong, not gong, that round pot, and they hit it once and then it vibrates for a long time. That is the vyanjana. So vyanjana, so many vyanjanas can come out. It's not just one. Primary meaning is only one, but vyanjana there is no limit how many can be there, depending on one's understanding and expertise. So, Purushottam Prabhu, you have a question?
So I was just thinking, here two things. One is this viraha jagani, that is just anticipated. So it's like we learn in a Vyakaran that it's a Bhavishya Vartmana, because they have not experienced his creation already there is no separation. But they are anticipating there will be separation, and this is the pain, their agni will be much higher, much intensified than the calm agni.
Yeah.
And the second they are thinking, here you already explained that, but here as a devotee you can see that there is no retaliation in any way by the gopis. They are still willing to serve even under this extreme situation. So that really depicts their intense love, and that's what I think we should really, I should try to imbibe those teachings like that.
Yeah, and if retaliation is there, that is also for service. Because they may also retaliate, because there is also play. So for that sake they can do. Aditya?
Balaji, I just have a quick question on the commentary from yesterday in the last verse. In my notes, I had it written that there were some senior or prominent gopis who were under the influence of intense unmada or madness, which is a samjari bhav. So could you please explain what samjari bhav means?
So samjari bhav is this feelings which manifest out of love. It's a process of experience of love which is described. That's what rasa is. You have the link? My link dropped. Still connected?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So the process of bhakti rasa or prem rasa is described that first of all there are vibhavas, which means that there is devotee and there is Lord Krishna. So the devotee is called ashraya or the receptacle of bhakti, and is called the vishaya or the object of love. So love is also a type of feeling or emotion which is in the heart. That's what they're saying, that hirchayagni, that this kama was lying in our heart and you lit it. So kama means prema, so it is in the heart. And then just like we have various emotions in our heart, anger is also there, greed is there, lust is there, but they are not always in their manifest state. Sometimes some feelings are manifest and others are not manifest. And even when they are manifest, the intensity is different. You don't become angry to the same extent every time you become angry. Sometimes less anger, you may control it, sometimes more, sometimes out of control. And all emotions are like that. So these emotions, they get excited, what in the modern psychology they call triggers. Means there are certain triggers which trigger a particular emotion. So people say, oh, that triggered me. You're triggering me. You're triggering me or triggered me means triggering some of my emotion, maybe anger, generally. So that is called Uddipan Vibhav here in Sanskrit. That is the technical word. So now when that Uddipan Vibhav triggers your love, then you get those emotions. So those emotions which come at that time, they are called anubhavas. So anubhavas are practically of two types. One are sattvic bhavas, which are 8 of them. They are standard, that you may sweat, you may tremble, you may have a faltering voice, change of bodily color, like when you get angry, your face becomes red, your eyes widen, even your body can start shaking if you are very angry, right? So these are called sattvic bhavas. Because a change happens, mind brings a change at the bodily level, at the physical level. Those are sattvika. Sattva is also called heart. Here sattvic does not mean rajas, tamas, sattva. Sattva here means the heart or mind. So they originate from there, and they are standard 8. And then there are others, 33. So this is a very deep analysis of the psychology, which even modern psychology even till now does not have it. And this was already given by Bharat Muni in Natya Shastra. He already counted that there are 33 sanchari bhavas. So these, they happen in your body. You may feel excited, you may feel like a crazy person, like unmad. You may feel even dejected. It is a separation. So you may feel fearful, bhaya, udveg, agitated in the mind. So these are various types of bhavas manifest, and they are called sanchari. So sanchari means that they possess you fully. Samyak charti or means charan means to move. So it goes all over here. So you become completely gripped by them. So that's what he's referring to, one of the sanchari bhav, unmad. Sanchari bhav prabalya, and by the strength or intensity of the sanchari called unmada, the viprayasti krit prakriti means their original nature changes. Just like when you get intoxicated, your nature changes. You may be very reticent, you become talkative. So that is the vipariyasti krit prakriti. It's being defined.
I thought they were called transitory bhavs.
In English you can call anything what you want to call. I'm giving you the Sanskrit word. So transitory means they don't stay very long, but that's not what this Sanskrit word means.
So, just to recap, because it's quite complicated technical description, the Anubhavs are of two types: Sattvic Bhavs, Ashtasattvic Bhavs, and Sanchari Bhavs. And the Sattvic Bhavs are 8, Ashtasattvic, and the Sanchari Bhavs are 33.
So therefore there are 41 bhavas which can manifest out of love.
Okay.
Okay, anything else? Sayaryambujaksa tava padatalam ramaya dattakshanam kvachidaranya janakpriyasya asprakshma tat prabhriti nanya samakshamanja sthatum tvaya bhiramtavat parayama. So there gopis are saying that, O Ambujaksha, or lotus-eyed one, so Tava padak talam ramaya dattakshanam kvachid. So aranyajan priyasya tava padatalam means you are the object of love of the forest dwellers, and your soles of the feet get sometimes the occasion of festival of Ramaya Dattakshana Kvachit, which indicates that we also got it. And Asprakshme Tat Prabhriti Nanya Samakshamanja Sthatum Tvayabhiramta Vataparayame. So since the time we got the grace of your feet, then now we are unable to stand in front of anyone else being enjoyed by you. So the meaning is that it is not possible for us to do service to anyone else, because the point was that you go and do service to your husbands. Bhartu susrushanam strinam paro dharmo hiya maya. That this is the dharma or duty of women, to do service to the husband. So he says this is not possible, because our heart, our mind, our body, our soul, everything is for you, it is given to you. So how is it possible? And your service to your feet is not ordinary, it is not common, it is very rare that even Rama does not always get the chance or possibility to do that. But we have got that. So we don't want to move from these feet and go elsewhere. So a commentary by Sri Vishwanath. Nanu tarhi स्वस्वपतिनेव उपगच्छत तत्रैव एनम अग्निं सिंचयु तत्राह. So Krishna is also Rasika. He does not leave them easily. So he is saying that you have this fire of kama in your heart, and you are asking me that I should douse it with the nectar from my lips. So why don't you just go to your husbands and they will satisfy, they will douse the fire. Why are you coming here? So here the gopis are saying that it is not possible. So they are calling him as Ambujaksha. So this is how Vyanjanas are taken. Just like one example. It says Ambujaksha means what? Lotus-eyed. So lotus-eyed means Tvat Nayana Darshana Kshanam Arabhyeva Vayam Brahmari Bhuya Sthitasma. He says from the point that we saw your eyes, we have become bumblebees, Brahmar. Because your eyes are lotus and we are the bumblebees, and bumblebees circles around the lotus flower, so it doesn't go anywhere. So this also describes that the love tangle starts from the eyes, eye gazing. So therefore it says that chakshuragah pratmam chittasangas tatovat sankalpaiti rasastrokt. That according to Rasa-shastra, how it works is that first there is chakshuraga. First the attachment begins by looking into the eyes, and then it goes into the heart, chitta-sanga. Then the mind or heart becomes attached, and then when mind becomes attached, then one makes the sankalpa. One makes the resolve that I want this person, I want to be with that person. So you are ambujaksha. So your eyes have made us like the bees, so we cannot go anywhere. That is the significance. So this significance is deriving just from the word of calling Krishna as ambujaksha. So he says, Prathmam lochana alochani nidarshanam eva asmakam purva raga pravartakam iti bhava. So what is the suggested or implied sense of ambujaksha is that when you first looked at us, from that point only our heart was captured. That is called purva raga. So we attained raga, love for you, from your first look. Tatrapi yarhi yasminneva kshane tav padatalam क्वचिद गोवर्धनादि कुंज प्रदेश अस्प्राक्ष्म कुचाभ्याम स्पृष्टवत्यो वयम कीदृश. And then on especially the time when your feet touched our breast in some kunja near Govardhan, then we are completely captivated. So how is that they got this opportunity? So it says Ramaya Dattakshana Vaikuntha Vasinya Lakshmaya Narayan Priyaya Api Ramana Vilas Maya Utsavdayakam Yadvanchaya Sri Lalana Charat Tapaiti Nagpatni Vachnad Ragad Vachnad Gargadi Mukta Shrutat. So they are saying that your feet are the feet which are desired even by Lakshmi ji. So he is saying Datta Kshana does not mean that Lakshmi got the opportunity to contact your feet, but your feet are like a festival to her. Kshana also means festival. Kshanada is called night, because night time gives the festival time. So one of the name for night is called Kshanada. And Kshana means moment also, and Kshana also means festival. So they are like the festival, means she wants to join this festival, but she is unable to join it. She is still doing tapasya for this. So Yadvanchaya Sri Lalana Charat Tapa, as it was stated by the wives of Snake Kaliya. Even they were learned enough to know this much. And also we have heard from the mouth of Gargacharya all this about you. Because before gopis met Krishna, before they saw him, they heard about it. So Priti Nam Matra Janita, the statement in Bhāgavatam. Actually the Priti for gopis happened when they heard his name, not even seeing. Just like Rukmani also, she fell in love with Krishna just by hearing about him. She did not see, she wrote a love letter. Love letter is old tradition and sent through a Brahmana, to give it to Krishna. So this opportunity was not given to even Lakshmi, who is the consort of Narayana. So even she has this wish to enjoy the contact of your feet. So Utsavadayak. Ato vanvasini nam gopistri nam asmakam abhilasa utsavdayakam tatra bhilashe kim ascharyamitī bhava. So therefore, what is the wonder that we will have their feet as the festival, or that is the object of our desire, because we are only vanvasinis, we live in the forest, gopastrinam. So what is the relationship? The relationship here is that if such great people want, then we naturally want it. Yad yad acharti shrestha tatta devitro jana. So that is what they are saying, that even she is desiring, so what is the wonder that we desire? So now Krishna says that nanu lakshmya api abhilashniye vastuni kuto vaha prapti yogyata ityata. So he says that is all right, that Lakshmi desires and therefore you also desire. But how is it that you think you are qualified to have it? Because Lakshmi is so elevated and you are just forest people, so how do you think that you have the qualification to desire my feet? So then for that they say that because you are Aranya Janapriya, that you are the object of love of the forest people, not of Vaikuntha people. You are not Vaikuntha Janapriya, but you are Aranya Janapriya, and we are the Aranya Jana. Aranya means forest. So Aranya Jana Gop Jata Eva Priya Yasya. So you are object of love of the forest people, or other way around, if you make Bahurihi, that your Priya, your dear, are only the forest people, which means cowherd people. You only love cowherd people, not others. And therefore we have the right over your feet. Tat prabhriti tat kshanam arabhya anyasham swasvapatinam gopastrinam asmakam samaksham statum ne paryama. So therefore from that point onwards, since we have this desire to contact your feet, we have no desire at all, or we are not even able to stand in front of our husbands. Means we have no desire to contact them. Standing in front of them means having anything to do with them physically. Tan drishtva mansi ghrana utpadyate iti bhava. So, like you say that I cannot stand it. What does it mean? I can't stand it. Means I dislike it, right? So that's what they are saying. Not able to stand means that we have no liking for it. We cannot stand them. That's what it means. So he says when we see them, there is only dislike which comes in our mind, not liking. They appear despicable to us because we think of you, and then we see them, then there is no bhava. Kinchana kevalam vayam asprakshma eva pitu tvaya api sarvato bhavena ramita yetheshtam sambujya purusha iti krita apiti. And not only that, there is no possibility of touching anyone else, but we have been enjoyed, we have enjoyed with you, we have played with you, So therefore, now there is no chance that we will enjoy with them. Tena sambhukta purva asman anyatra na prasthapaya padyoste patame iti kaku dhvanita. So therefore, in a very humble mood, they are beseeching Krishna that since we have already enjoyed with you, now please do not send us away from your feet and we have to go somewhere else. He says, please do not do that. This is their prayer. So any question on this? Purushottam?
Yeah, here this last line, Yatheshtakam Sampujya Purusha Yati Kruta. Is it young pratyay used for that? What is the meaning of Purusha Yati Kruta?
This is, we studied that where you make the noun as dhatu, that
Yeah.
is the one.
Nam Dhatu?
Kyang, yeah, kyang.
Okay. Yes.
Kyan kyach kyangascha kamyascha. So that is means acting like a Purusha. Malati, Sandeep.
Sorry, Maharaj, I just wanted to ask that you mentioned this Anubhav and Sanchari Bhav. So the base of all that must be the Sthai Bhav. On Sthai Bhav, all these develop.
Yeah.
But if Bharat Muni has written the Natya Shastra, he would have written all these bhavs like on the material emotions. So what is the base, what is the foundation of material emotions? Like all these bhavs come on, what is the foundation on which these bhavs come?
Here also, material world also, don't they have love? Love stories? You were talking yesterday, climax, day for yesterday. So there also those bhavas are there. They depict them. I mean, if you read the plays of Kalidasa or that, other Sanskrit authors, they will describe them. So they also have Sthai Bhava.
Here it is not Sthai Bhava.
No, they have Sthai Bhavas.
Achha.
There are 8 types according to Natya Shastra. But later on they were made 12. Sometimes some others accept 9. Natya Shastra speaks only of 8. It's actually 10 only, because 12 only, because 12 you have 5 major ones and 7 secondary ones, right?
Yes.
So there 8, if you take out 1 out of 8, which is called Rati, then there are 7. Those 7 are same, the secondary ones, Krodha, Bhayanaka, Bibhatsa, etc. And this 1 turns into 5 in Bhakti.
So 1 turns into 5.
Yeah, Santadasa, Sakhya, Vatsalya, Madhurya, 5 plus 7, 12.
But there it must be like Seva, and here it must be that Sthai Bhava is enjoyment.
Yes. But depiction looks same. Okay. Anything else? So we move to the next verse. Śrīryat padambuj rajaschakme tulasya labdhvapi vakshasi padam kila bhritya justam yasyaha svavikṣanutanya suraprayasa tadvadvayam cha tava padaraja prapanna. So they are saying now that Śrīryat padambuj rajas chakame tulasya labdhvapi vakshasi padam kil bhritya justam. So they are speaking about the feet. He says that your feet are those very feet And not only feet, again they are lotus feet, padambuja. So, if you have lotus feet, how will you walk? You can only float on the water, right? If you take out the lotus out of water, it will dry out. So means his walking is like floating on the lake. That is the lotus feet. So he floats on the land. So yat padambuj raja Shri Chakame. That your lotus feet were desired even by Shri, Lakshmi. So who is Lakshmi? Lakshmi is that who is the source of all wealth, majesty, right? So she is desiring the lotus feet of Krishna. Means the one who has all the Aishwarya. She wants Madhurya. So this is to show how Madhurya Bhakti, Raganuga Bhakti is superior to Vedi Bhakti. In one statement, just Yat Padambuja Shri Chakame, that's all. This is how Dhvani works. This is how Dhvani, the message is conveyed by Vyanjana in 3 words only.
Which are they again?
Sri Yat Padambuja Rajas Chakame, the first words.
First line.
So if Lakshmi, which is the limit of Aishwarya, because there cannot be more Aishwarya than Lakshmi. She is the goddess of wealth, goddess of fortune, right? And she is the wife of Narayana, who is the supreme master, controller, Parameshwara. So she wants to have, not that she wants to be with Krishna, if she wants the dust from the foot. Because it says Padambuj Rajas Chakame. And this Krishna is a cowherd boy. He's not even a Brahmana, he's not a Kshatriya. He's a cowherd guy. So this is to show that how Madhurya Bhakti, Madhurya Leela is superior to Aishwarya Leela. See the significance. Because even Narayana does not leave Lakshmi. She is called Anapayani. Narayana keeps Lakshmi on his chest. Which means that Narayana without Lakshmi is called Daridra Narayana. He is a poor Narayana. And Lakshmi Narayana will become Daridra Narayana without Lakshmi. Poor fellow, then who will ask him? Who will care for Daridra Narayana? So that Lakshmi wants the dust of Krishna's feet. Which are these feet? He says the feet where Tulasi is there. She wants to be there. Although Labdhvapi Vakshashi Padam, she has her place on the chest of Narayana, so which is a high place. If you say keep something on your heart, on your chest, means very dear. And she wants to leave there and go to the foot where Tulsi is there, and Bhritya Justam, where there are other servants doing seva to the feet. So she wants to be part of the crowd and give up her exclusive position. Because there is nobody who is on the chest of Narayana except Lakshmi. This is the distinguishing mark of Narayana. This is the Lakshana. That's why also she is called Lakshmi. Means Lakshate Anena. She is the indicator of Narayana. Other people also have 4 hands and they dress like him, look like him. Sarupya, some people have Sarupya Mukti. So they will look like Narayana. So how to distinguish which one is Narayana? By Lakshmi. So this is the indicator. So yatra yatra Lakshmi tatra tatra Narayana. Anapaitvat. So therefore she wants to give up that exclusive position and go to the feet where there are many servants. Bhritya Justam means now she has to compete with them. and be at the foot. So that is the situation with Krishna. That is how wonderful he is, how great it is. So he says that this Lakshmi is not ordinary Lakshmi, it's not an ordinary person. Svavikshana Kritanya Sura Prayasa. That there are so many other devas like Brahma, Indra, etc. They are waiting to get a glance of Lakshmi Devi. She is not some ordinary woman, but all these great gods, they are standing in line to get grace of Lakshmi. Because if they don't have Lakshmi, then what is the value of Indra? So just by one glance, Indra has power, and Brahma has. So yasya svavikshana krita anya sura prayasa, they are making effort that she may look towards us benevolently. Tadvad vayam cha tav pada raja prapanna. So he says, like that we are also surrendered to your feet. So the commentary. Tadevam tvaya eva vayam swaprayashi kritaha किंतु त्वच्चरण सेवाम एव वयम आशाशमहे इति सदृष्टान्तं आहु. So he says that it is you who have accepted us as your girlfriends, but we only want to do seva to your feet. This is our only desire. So this means that devotee does not want, if Krishna wants to give even Diyamana vina grananti vinamat sevanam jana, they don't want to accept any 4 types of mukti, even if Bhagavan gives without service. So this is to show that although you accept us as your beloved, but we only want to do service to your feet. That's all we want. So charan sevam eva vayam ashashamahi. So seva is the heart, the life, the wealth, beauty, the greatness of a devotee. Without seva, there is no beauty, there is no greatness, there is no wealth, there is no power, there is nothing. So Lakshmi yasya narayanasya padambuja rajas chakme tadvat tulasya tavapi vayam padabja raja prapanna. So now he gives a different meaning here, that Lakshmi is desiring the dust from the feet of Narayana, and we are also accepting you like Narayana, because Garga Muni said Tadvat tulyasya tavapi vayam padabja raja prapanna. So he is taking another sense that you are like Narayana, because Gargacharya said that. So because Gargacharya said that Narayana Samaguna, so we also want to serve you like Lakshmi serves Narayana. Tatascha Gargokti Gamyena tav Narayana tulyatve na asmakam api Sri tulyatvam svata eva ayatamiti bhava. So why he is taking this meaning? Because in the previous commentary he has raised the question that why you think you are qualified like Lakshmi. So now they are saying this. He says because you have accepted us as your beloved, and you are like Narayana, Gargacharya said. So we must be like Lakshmi. So Lakshmi Sahasra Sat Sambram Sevyamanam Govindam Adi Parsham. So they are trying to now show their qualification to serve his feet. That's how he is taking the sense. Kincha vakshasi sarvottame sthale padam aspadam labdhvapi तुलस्या सपत्न्या पदमपि भृत्ये जुष्टं सेवितं पुरुषजन संघटवदपि तस्य पादरजश्चक्मे स्वाभाविकीं प्रेयसी भावं समुचितां लज्जामपि परित्यज्य स्वन्यूनतामपि अंगीकृत्य कामयते स्म. So they are saying that look, Lakshmi is desiring to serve the feet of Narayana, although she has her position on the chest of Narayana, which is very exclusive, but she wants to go to the feet and compete with Tulasi, who is the co-wife. And then Bhritya Justam, not only that, there are also men there, so she wants to compete. So she is giving up her high post and come down to do service. So Purusha Jana Sanghatavadapi Tasya Padarajas Chakme. And Swabhavikim Preyasi Bhav Samuchatam Lajjam Api Parityajya. And she is the wife, beloved of Narayana. So naturally she has some position, some bhava. So she gives up the modesty which is related to being the wife or beloved of Narayana and accepts a position which is much lower than her position. Because she should sit next to Narayana on the throne, but she gives up that to do seva. So that is the importance. So Svanyunatam api angikritya kamayati. So even making her position lesser than what she is already granted, she desires to do service. So she is not looking for high position or some service which suits her, and then sometimes devotees say, oh, this is why you are asking this service for me to do, this is so insignificant. So not like that. Tasya preyasi bhavadapi dasi bhavo yatha abhipsita tathaiva asmakamapi iti atastavratak patrakadi dasai sahapi lajjam parityajya padau samvahetum ichchami. So just like she gives up her preyasi bhav, means her position of being the beloved of Narayana, and accepts dasi bhav, the position of a maid servant. So like that we also want to give up our position of being your preyasi and just do service to your feet along with your servants called Raktaka and Patraka, so that we can also massage your feet. So this is their prayer, humble prayer. Tatha Vrindavaniya Pulindinam Karmatrin Lagnatva Charan Kunkumene Sviya Bhala Pralepanam api Svanyunatam api Angikritya Chakirshana. So we are ready to accept even lower position than the Pulindas, the forest ladies which live in the forest, who have taken the kumkum from your feet and applied on their face. So we are ready to take that kumkum also. It means we want to only do service to your feet and accept position even lower than this Pulinda woman. So this is the humility of devotee. The devotee is ready to do any service and does not feel that I am great, I am this pratishtha, sukari vishtha, gauravam, maharauravam, abhimanam, surapanam. So these three to be given up. Devotee is not interested in that. So kincha Śrīmad Devena pratushyata nitya nivasartham tasyai svabhaksheva dattam tvayatu rasik sekharena asmabhyam swapadtal nikat pradesepi kshanam api sthatuk nadiyate. So now they are trying to give logic why Krishna should accept them. He says, look, Narayan Dev out of happiness, he has given his own chest to Lakshmi to live there permanently. And you are also like Narayana, Narayana Samaguna. And you are not giving us place even under your feet. So why this disparity is there? You should follow the example of Narayana, that he is giving position to Lakshmi on his own chest. So you should give at least at your feet. Swapadtal nikat pradeshe kshanamapi, and not even for a moment you want to saying go back, yata brajam yata machira. Quickly go, don't stay here. Right? Tadi yata machiram goshtam. Quickly leave this place. He says, what is this? Garga Muni's words, remember what he said. So iti asmakam eva dagdhalalatam iti dhvani. So for this we are not blaming you. It's just our burnt fortune, ill fortune. Dagdhalalata means burnt forehead, means it's our bad, ill fate. We are ill-fated. We don't have a good fortune. Swayasha prepshu gargokti pramanyena yadi narayan tulyo bubhushasi tadasman vakshasha vahai ityapi bhav gambhirya sparshi dhvani. So these are the dhvanis coming. Previous was one dhvani, this is another dhvani. So this dhvani or vyanjana is that if you want your fame to be like Narayana, if this is what your desire is, that you be also become famous like Narayana, as Gargacharya has said, then you should also carry us on your chest. Yes. This is the Bhav Gambhirya Dhvani. So this is the Dhvani which signifies many things. That's why he's saying it as Bhav Gambhirya. He is not writing. He's saying just understand. ननु सा लक्ष्मीर यथा चंचला तथैव यूयमपि पुण्यवताम जनानाम गृहे गृहे चांचल्य धर्मम अंगीकरोति. So Krishna also he is a pandit, he is also a learned scholar. Don't think that he is a simple guy. So he says that look, Lakshmi is called chanchala, chapala, right? In English also he call it currency. So currency means which is moving, like a current. That's why it's called currency. It doesn't stay in one place, right? So just like the wealth in the world is always moving one place, another place, another place. He says like that you also become like Lakshmi, since you are comparing me to Narayana. So now you go from one house to another house, enjoy, do seva there. So Chanchalya Dharmam, you should also accept the dharma of Lakshmi of being unstable. So move house to house. So narmashankya kena murkhena uchyate Sri Chanchala iti. No. Nanu sa iti narma ashankya. So in case he says like this out of joke, so then their gopis are saying that who is that fool who says that Lakshmi is Chanchala? He says this is a foolish idea. Satu param dhira. She is not a Chanchala. She is very stable, fixed. Why? Yasyap shriya sveshu vikshana krite vatsalya rasmay kripavalokan prapti krite anya suranam brahmadinam tatputra tulyanam prayasa eva satu tadapi tanapi prayo navlokate. He says, look, all the big devas, they are standing to get grace from her. She is like their mother, they are like the children, even Brahma and other. So they are hoping to get a glance of grace full of paternal affection or maternal affection from her, but even that they do not get. So she is not running around here and there. If she was running around, why they have to wait for her? She will come anyway. So don't think that she is Chanchala. He said the Chanchala is the money of the material world. The spiritual Lakshmi is not Chanchala. She is anapayini. She never moves away from Narayana. So don't say like that. Kintu tat shaktireva kachit tebhyo vipshitam sampadam date. Even the wealth which devas have, Brahma, Indra, etc., that is also some maid servant of Lakshmi who is giving them that. She is fixed in her place, she never moves from that. So this is the end of this sloka.
Did you say the wealth that Brahma and other demigods have are the maid servants of Lakshmi? Acha.
Can you take the mic?
Regarding Lakshmi, he said that she is trying to do tapasya. She is doing tapasya to attain Krishna. So how it's really? I mean, is it really true? Because like she should be omniscient. Like she will have to give up her abhiman, that her position, and come to the level of the gopis. I mean, does she not know, and still she is doing the tapasya to enter into Braj?
Knowing is one thing, doing is another thing. You know that you should not be proud, right? Everybody knows here that as a devotee we should not be proud, right? Is it not known? But are we not proud?
Very much so.
So why don't you give up? So knowing is one thing, acting is another thing. When it comes to acting, then all knowing disappears. Knowing is when you have to talk. When you have to act, then it's a different story. Okay?
But she would be like, she's not like ordinary person. No, she's Shakti of Bhagavan.
Yeah, ordinary person also have problem, that's what he's saying. So don't think that only you are like that. Small people have small problems, big people have big problems. Just remember that. According to your capacity, problem is also there. Like small people think, if I have got this much money, I'll be happy. The other person has much more money than that. He still thinks, I should get more money. Right? At their own level, everybody is asking for money. Why? You would say, well, this guy has got so much money, why does he need money? So everybody has their own level of problems. Okay, Purushottam ji.
Yeah. Isn't Kaustubha is also only on the chest of the Vishnu, right? It's not any of the Parshvadas or anything.
Yes.
So Lakshmi and along with Kaustubha is there. And Kaustubha is representation of all the Jivas, right?
Yeah.
I understood that what the gopis are saying here establishes the supremacy of Madhurya. When they say that that even Lakshmi desires that seva. And I was wondering, maybe as a Purva Paksha, what could we reply if someone says, well, this is not a statement of Siddhanta, because this is just an expression of the bhava of the gopis. They see their own bhava in also other people, and it's not to be taken as
So don't take. Don't take. Then what will happen? Suppose I say, okay, don't take. Then what? How is it a Purva Paksha? You have that understanding, I have that understanding. That's why I'm saying that these slokas can be seen in so many ways. Jiva Goswami gives explanation. Listen to that. About this only. He says that gopis are saying Sriyat Padambuj Rajas Chakme. And for themselves they are saying Tadvad Vayam Chatava Pada Raja Papanna. When they are talking about the dust of Krishna's feet, they are not saying lotus feet. They are only saying dust from your feet. When they are referring to Lakshmi, they are saying dust from lotus feet. So what is the big deal in this? So he says, well, Lakshmi is speaking, when in case of Lakshmi they are talking about Aishwarya. In their own case they are talking about Madhurya. Because as a human being you don't have lotus feet. Lotus feet is for big people. So he says that's the significance. They're saying that he is in Aishwarya but we are in Madhurya. So these are how they take words, take significance, so many things. In these slokas there are so many commentaries. 15, 16 commentaries, and everybody is bringing out something interesting.
And on this Tattvat, could it be that some commentators interpret it as that the gopis compare themselves to the devatas who are looking for Lakshmi's grace?
No, tadvad vayam chata padaraja prapanna. You have surrendered to your feet like that. Deva's talk is not about surrendering to feet but getting the grace of Lakshmi. Okay. Stop.